There's a clock on your wall right now, and it's lying to you, not metaphorically, not poetically. Literally, physically, fundamentally lying. Every tick it makes, every second it marks, every alarm it's ever used to drag you out of sleep, it's all performing a measurement of something that, according to the deepest physics we've ever discovered, doesn't actually exist, and you've been organizing your entire life around it. Think about that for a second. Actually think about it. You felt rushed. You felt late. You felt like time was running out. You've grieved the past. You've feared the future. You've sacrificed entire years of your life trying to manage something that no physicist alive can point to and say, "Here, this is where time is," because they can't, and that's where this gets strange. In 1905, Einstein published a paper that quietly destroyed the idea of a universal clock, not as philosophy, as mathematics, as something you could test. What he found, and what every experiment since has confirmed, is that time doesn't flow the same for everyone. It bends, it stretches, it moves slower near gravity, faster away from it. An atomic clock on a mountain runs faster than one at sea level. The GPS satellites in orbit have to constantly correct for this, or your maps would drift by miles every day. But here's what most people miss. Einstein didn't just say time was relative. He said something far darker. He said that the past, the present, and the future, they all exist at the same time. Right now, not as memory, not as prediction, as physical reality. He called it the Block Universe. Imagine every moment you've ever lived, your first breath, your first heartbreak, your last Tuesday, the moment you're living right now, all of it frozen into a single eternal structure, a four-dimensional block of reality where nothing ever truly happens and nothing ever truly ends. You are running time as person moving through time. You're a series of disconnected snapshots that create the illusion of continuity. The you from yesterday isn't connected to the you right now through time. It's connected through memory, through story, through a narrative your brain is constantly writing and rewriting to make you feel like a person rather than a flickering collection of moments, and almost nobody talks about this part. Your brain is a time machine, but not the way you think. It doesn't take you forward, it takes you backward, constantly. Neuroscience has shown that the present you experience isn't actually happening. There's a processing delay of roughly half a second between when something occurs and when your brain constructs the conscious experience of it. What you're feeling right now is already in the past by the time you feel it. Your experience of this moment is a memory of it. You have never, not once, experienced the present. You've only ever experienced your brain's reconstruction of it. And here's the tension that should be sitting in your chest right now. If time is an illusion, if now is already past before you perceive it, if your sense of continuity is a story your brain edits in real time, then who is experiencing any of this? Who is the you that feels the loss of something gone? Who feels the dread of something coming? Something in you is suffering over a timeline that doesn't exist, and that something is unmistakably real. This is where it stops being physics and starts being about you, because we live in a culture that has weaponized time in a way no previous generation has faced. Social media doesn't just show you other people's lives, it shows you a curated highlight reel of everyone else's timeline next to yours, and your nervous system, which never evolved to handle this, doesn't see it as content, it sees it as threat. It sees it as falling behind. It calculates unconsciously, furiously, how much time they've used, how much you've wasted, how much is left. You are running a race that was never real against clocks that were never accurate toward a finish line that moves. And the cruelest part? The urgency you feel, that low hum of not enough time that sits behind everything, it isn't motivating you, it's consuming you. The research on this is brutal. Chronic time pressure doesn't make humans more productive. It makes them less creative, less present, less capable of the kind of deep attention that actually produces meaning. We traded depth for speed. We optimized our lives for the most efficient possible passage through something that doesn't exist, and we called it productivity. But then something strange happened when people started confronting this, when people sat with the physics, when they really let it land, really let themselves feel the full weight of a universe without time. Something unexpected appeared on the other side of the terror. Relief. If the past can't be erased, it also can't be wasted. Every moment you've ever lived is permanent. It happened. The good days you're afraid to forget, they're not fading. They're fixed into the structure of the cosmos, as real as a mountain. The love you felt, the moments of clarity, the ordinary Tuesday afternoons that felt almost perfect for no reason you could name, they're not going anywhere. And if the future already exists, then the version of you who figures this out, who stops running, who breathes, who looks at someone they love with full attention for one complete minute without thinking about what comes next, that version of you already exists too. It's already locked into the block. It's already real. The question isn't whether you'll get there. The question is whether you'll feel it when you do. You are not a person running out of time. You are a pattern of moments, already woven into reality, already complete. but you don't feel complete. You feel like something is missing. You feel like you're late for something. You feel the seconds pulling at you even now, even as you hear this, even as some part of your mind is already moving toward the next thing. And maybe that's the final question. Not does time exist, but something much harder. If the clock is lying, if the urgency is manufactured, if the race is not real, then what are you actually running from? Because somewhere between the physics and the fear, between the block universe and your alarm clock, between the eternal and the everyday, there's something you've been avoiding, something that doesn't need more time, something that's been waiting patiently inside every single moment you were too rushed to inhabit. It was there this morning, it's here right now, and it doesn't need a clock.